You two own, but you own kind of a social. What would you say you own?
Well, when you run a nonprofit, you don't own it.
I mean, you don't own it, but you
don't. You really
not
really
legally, but you know what I'm saying.
No, and that's what it is. It's an idea. What it is you are part of an actual board to service the community, and and what what your niche is and how you're planning to service them. And so it's a situation where, like I said, when you are part of a nonprofit, even though I helped start it and help design all of the different programs or what have you, I genuinely don't own it. I have a brand new board that can vote me out right now. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. I mean, that's just of a brand new board that could just straight up and down vote me out. And it's kind of uncomfortable, like, because there's a whole brand new board. So
wow.
Same with you.
Yeah, I'm not an owner just yet of a business. Me and a partner is trying to establish a business, and I've learned that in the process of this, that we can create something, but if we become nonprofit, we have to create a board, and this board can essentially come up with ideas that don't mesh with mine, and then they can vote me out of the thing that I created.
Yeah, exactly.
Like how you say, like so that's it's powerful that you say that. I pretty much am learning this now.
Yeah.
While I'm in the process of trying.
I've been through that actually. I've had a board try to, and I was able to, God allowed me to see that they were coming, and I was able to make some moves prior to them being able to do that, and so that's what's up.
I mean, and so for the purpose though, let's go to the purpose. The purpose is to be healing and to be blessing and to be the purpose of in the direction of these nonprofit organizations is to give.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I say have that. You know what I'm saying? Don't lose that because of the complications that have that. But also, let's start a couple companies over here.
Is that not ownership? You don't consider it ownership?
It's truly not. But it's truly not. You can say to an extension it truly is, and it's truly not. And Antoine would be able to, he just like he just did, explain that. You know what I mean? But like I said, I would still say, create some more ATMs.
It's truly not. The reason why it's not is, and this is honestly what I've been in prayer about over the last few years, because I positioned the organization to make a certain amount of money every year, right? Mm-hmm. But my board has to come together and vote. Now I went out, wrote the curriculum, established the relationships, put together the budget, the whole little deal, and raised every dollar or what have you. But then the board comes and then they vote how much of that money you just raised do you get to keep or what have you. And so in terms of, like I said, in terms of prayer, like there's a new move, like my organization is doing something that is transformative, and there's this next move. There's no way in the world I may have to break and create a for-profit for this, because this would be too big for my organization. It's going to be too big.
There's some people, that Bishop Jakes used to, and Nick loves Bishop Jakes, but just Bishop Jakes would start a business and then change it into a nonprofit and then make it back a business. There's a way.
That's what I'm doing with this.
Yeah.
With this next thing, because what happens, I'm going to cut you off.
No.
But the reason why is there's certain things that you can do in nonprofits in terms of raising money.
Yeah.
So like if you have an idea, right, a nonprofit would allow you to get the money before for-profit, because the for-profit, you have to convince venture capitalists when you're going to get their money back. And that's very difficult if you don't have proof of concept. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you have a great idea, the easiest way to get the idea into fruition is through a nonprofit, because you can fund it and then learn from it and then turn it into a for-profit. It's a platform. And that's what I'm doing with this because I threw tournaments. I would throw the biggest basketball tournaments and yada yada yada. But now we're throwing something in light of the NBA stopping and the very fact that the NCAA, these kids are not getting opportunities. See, each year in basketball, the reason why this is so huge, the ecosystem of basketball, is that each year there's a kid that comes out of nowhere. That Dwayne Wade was that. where he came out of nowhere, and then in the tournament he killed, and then that's how he ended up on the NBA roster. And so there are lots of kids that are not going to have that opportunity, and so in July, I'm throwing an evaluation clinic where these kids, seniors, can come get evaluated and get connected to an agent.
Creating a platform.
Yes, but that doesn't exist not in the Northeast at all. So I can't give that to my organization. I can't give that to Student Athletes Rising because immediately, based on what's going on, immediately, it's gonna possibly be, I don't know, probably 500 kids that sign up paying $300 for 2 days. I can't get that to my organization because my organization will look at that as the money come in and say, "Oh, great job! I'll give you $2,000 just for those 2 days." That's that type of thing. Yeah. So no, that has to be a for-profit.
Thanks for checking out a clip from one of our When Iron Sharpens Iron podcast episodes. Click the link below for the full video. It gets deep.